My husband thought he could claim our tech startup as his own when he left me for his yoga instructor after 15 years of marriage. He changed the office locks, cut me off from everything we'd built together, and told me to fade away quietly like some forgotten side character in his success story. What he didn't know was that I still had the original incorporation papers proving my 50% stake, and I was about to force a valuation and buyout that would leave him regretting every sneaky move he made. Before we dive in, drop a comment below, and let me know if you've ever been underestimated in a partnership, business or personal. Now let's get into how I turned his betrayal into my biggest payday, pocketing $750,000 to launch my own app empire in Silicon Valley. Buckle up, because this story has twists that'll keep you hooked till the end. I was 45 when Jack shattered our world, but let's rewind a bit to set the scene. We met in college in Seattle, back when grunge was still a thing and tech was just starting to boom. Jack was this lanky guy with messy hair and big dreams about coding the next big software revolution. I was studying business administration, the practical one who could turn ideas into plans. "Elena," he'd say with that boyish grin, "you and me, we're going to build an empire." I fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. We got married right after graduation in a simple courthouse ceremony, no frills, just us and a couple of friends. I quit my entry-level marketing job to help him launch ByteBridge, our tech startup focused on cloud solutions for small businesses. It started in our garage, with me handling everything from investor pitches to bookkeeping while he coded away. Those early years were brutal. I'd stay up until 3 a.m. filing patents, negotiating contracts, and even pawning my grandmother's ring to cover server costs when funds ran dry. Jack was the genius face of the company, but I was the engine. I designed our logo, baked cookies for our first VC meeting, which landed us $50,000 in seed money, and managed the chaos when he got overwhelmed. Sweat equity? That's a cute term for the blood I poured in. I miscarried our first pregnancy from the stress, lying in bed crying while Jack promised it'd all pay off. But I got back up, because that's what you do when you believe in something, or someone. Fast forward and ByteBridge took off. By year 5, we had offices downtown, a team of 20, and revenue hitting 7 figures. We had 2 kids, Mia, now 12, with Jack's curls and my determination, and Tommy, 10, a little inventor who loved playing with old circuit boards. We bought a house in Bellevue with a view of Lake Washington, hosted barbecues for the team, and life felt like we'd made it. But cracks were forming, subtle at first. Jack started working later, traveling more. "Just closing deals," he'd say. I believed him. Why wouldn't I? I was too busy running the ops side to notice the red flags. The hook that reeled me into this nightmare came on a rainy Tuesday evening in October. I'd just wrapped a marathon day, securing a new client contract worth $200,000 annually. To celebrate, I picked up Thai takeout, Jack's favorite pad CEW, and decided to surprise him at his yoga class. He'd started going a few months back, complaining about back pain from desk work. "It helps me stay focused," he said. I encouraged it, thinking it was good for his health. Pulling into the studio parking lot, the rain drumming on my windshield, I spotted his SUV. And there he was, under the glow of a street lamp, kissing her. Lila, his 28-year-old instructor, all long legs and flowing hair, pressed against him like they were in some rom-com. My stomach dropped. I watched frozen as they laughed and touched, oblivious to the world. 15 years gone in a heartbeat. I drove home numb, the food untouched, tears blurring the road. When Jack got home that night, smelling of essential oils and lies, I confronted him in our kitchen. The kids were asleep upstairs. "Who is she?" I demanded, voice shaking. He didn't deny it, just sighed like I was overreacting. "Elena, I've fallen for Lila. She makes me feel young again, excited about life. Our marriage, it's become routine." Routine? After I'd sacrificed my career, my body, my everything for him and ByteBridge? Anger surged, but I held it back. "Get out," I whispered. He packed a bag and left without a fight, promising to sort things out amicably. Amicable. That word would come back to haunt him. The real thriller started the next morning. I dropped the kids at school, kissing them extra hard, then headed to the office to bury my pain in work. But my key wouldn't turn in the lock. I tried again, nothing. My access badge? Denied. Panic rising, I called Jack. What's going on? He answered calmly, like we were discussing the weather. Elena, I've changed the locks and revoked your access. ByteBridge is my baby, I built it. You were support, but now it's time for fresh energy. Lila has ideas that'll take us to the next level. Take a fair settlement and move on quietly for the kids. His baby? I co-founded it. I screamed inside, but kept my voice even. You can't do this. My name's on the papers. He laughed. Papers are just formalities. Don't make this ugly. Click, the line went dead. I stood there in the parking garage, rain echoing off concrete, feeling like I'd been punched. Suspense built as I raced home, tearing through our home office. In a locked drawer, under old tax returns, were the original incorporation documents from 15 years ago. There it was, Elena Thompson, 50% owner. Jack had dismissed it as bureaucracy, but I'd insisted. Now it was my lifeline. Heart racing, I called my old friend Sarah, a family law attorney in the city. Tell me you have proof, she said. I read the docs aloud. Perfect, she replied. This isn't just divorce, it's corporate fraud. We'll file for a temporary restraining order to restore your access, demand a forensic audit, and force a partition or buyout. But Elena, this could get messy. He's already playing dirty. Messy was an understatement. That afternoon, Jack's lawyer emailed a lowball offer. $100,000 for my contributions and primary custody of the kids if I signed quietly. $100,000? ByteBridge was worth millions. Emotional waves hit hard. Mia asked at dinner why Daddy wasn't home, her big eyes filling with tears. He's working late, sweetie. I lied, hugging her tight while my heart broke. Tommy drew a picture of our family with Jack crossed out. I cried myself to sleep, doubting everything. Had I been blind? How long had Lila been in the picture? Suspense escalated when Sarah uncovered the first dirt. Bank records showed Jack transferring company funds, $40K, to a personal account. Receipts, jewelry for Lila, a romantic getaway to Whidbey Island. Embezzlement, Sarah said. We can use this. But Jack countered fast. He spread rumors to our board and investors that I was unstable, hysterical from personal issues. One investor pulled out, costing us a potential $150,000 deal. Was he trying to tank the company to lower its value? My phone buzzed with anonymous texts. Back off or lose more. Chills ran down my spine. Was it Jack? Lila? I installed security cams at home, slept with a bat by the bed. One night, a noise outside, branches scratching? Or someone lurking? Heart pounding, I checked the feeds. Nothing. But the fear lingered, turning every shadow suspicious. The preliminary court hearing was a powder keg. Jack walked in with Lila on his arm, her in a chic blazer like she was already the new COO. The judge, a sharp-eyed woman named Judge Ramirez, listened as Sarah presented the incorporation papers. My client owns half. The lockout is illegal, and we've evidence of asset diversion. Jack's lawyer argued I was merely administrative, not a true partner. But Sarah fired back with emails I'd written, deals I'd closed, employee affidavits praising my role. Jack shifted uncomfortably. Lila whispered something, her face paling. The judge ruled. Access restored. Audit ordered. Victory. But as we left, Jack grabbed my arm in the hallway. Elena, don't do this. Think of what we had. I yanked away. You thought of that when you betrayed me? Emotional turmoil peaked that weekend. Mia found me crying in the bathroom. Mom, are you and Dad fighting? I held her, explaining as best I could. Sometimes grown-ups make mistakes, but I love you more than anything. Tommy acted out at school, getting into a fight. I felt like a failure as a mom, questioning if the battle was worth it. But Sarah called with audit updates. ByteBridge valued at $1.5 million. Jack had hidden $200,000 in offshore accounts, paying Lila as a consultant, with no real work. We have him, she said. Thrill built. Could I really win? Jack upped the ante. More threats. A slashed tire on my car, a note on my windshield. Stop now. Police said it was untraceable. Suspense gripped me. I hired a PI, who found emails between Jack and Lila planning to phase me out. In mediation, his offer bumped to $200,000. Take it, his lawyer sneered. I refused. The kids sensed the tension. Mia stopped eating. Tommy had nightmares. I poured my heart out to a therapist, reliving the good times. Our first office lease, celebrating with cheap wine. Jack proposing again on our 10th anniversary. How did it turn to this? The final hearing was electric. Crowded courtroom, tension thick. Jack's side called Lila as a witness. I'm bringing innovative strategies to Bitebridge, she claimed, batting eyelashes. Sarah cross-examined. What strategies? Yoga for coders. Lila stumbled. Emails revealing the affair started during a company retreat I'd organized. The judge slammed her gavel. This smells like fraud. Buyout ordered at fair value. $750,000 to Ms. Thompson. Jack's face crumpled. Lila stormed out. He begged later, via voicemail. Elena, we can fix this. Too late. With the money, I moved to Silicon Valley, launched Empower apps for women founders. It exploded. $2M in funding first year. Jack. Bitebridge folded under debt. He works a mid-level job now. Lila? Ghosted him. The kids and I thrive, therapy helped, and they're proud of mom's comeback. That's my story, from betrayal to boss. If it resonated, like and subscribe for more. Remember, know your worth. It's your best weapon.